right. Hey everybody. So I'm a few minutes late. It's a little bit after 2 and I'm outside again because it's very sunny. It's not quite as nice as it was on Wednesday. It's a little bit cooler. We had some rain that moved through last night. But Charlie has once again joined me out here on the deck. And yeah, so I managed to get the Mother's Day kits online. So if you want to make the fabulous Rosita shawl, that is now available in our PCC. We have the natural and we have the gray. And if you are not interested in a kit but you still want to make the shawl, I did go ahead and make sure that the PDF is available, and you can just pick out your own either fingering weight or lace weight. You can absolutely make it in a lace weight yarn. It would look lovely in the Handmaiden Sea lace or the Handmaiden silk or the Fiber Space Gleam. All of those would be great options. And yeah, Charlie's just like all over my lap today. He's very into sitting on me. So just a few things that I wanted to remind you about. Don't forget, we do still have free shipping going on all the way through May 31st. And we also have 10% off with that code Black Sheep Craft Time. It works on almost everything, not quite everything. Tina, I think, has most of your orders caught up and they are shipping out. If you wanted one of those Estonian books, you should go ahead and get it pretty quick because we are almost sold out of the of those Estonian books. And then I did contact our supplier. They have a new book. I haven't put it up for pre-order yet, but I will soon. It will probably go out in next week's newsletter if you're interested in pre-ordering it. And I mean, I love their books. They're these giant books. I'll get some next week. I'll show you some of my Estonian books next week if that sounds okay. Maybe on Monday or Tuesday. Let's go for Monday. I'll try Monday. Monday I will try to put up a post, and I'll just grab like all of my Estonian books and I'll show you my fabulous Estonian lace books, and I'll talk about some of the ones we still have available. Anyway, I will have a pre-order up for their latest book soon. And oh, what else do I need to tell you? Slow Yarn Crawl! Slow Yarn Crawl is coming the end of the month. I'm diligently working to get all of the shop patterns in on the website. Don't forget, it's a couch crawl this year, so you can order your passport and you can get it from any of the local yarn stores. I really recommend, if you're going to do the Slow Yarn Crawl this year, if you're interested at all, buy your passport from a local yarn store, help support them. You will get your sticker stamp from that store with that purchase. So you will have one store done if you buy your passport from one of the local yarn stores. It's a change this year. It's because of this crazy quarantine thing. We are trying to make it as friendly as possible. And again, it doesn't matter if you're in Florida or if you are in South Carolina or New York or you're in California or you're in Texas. You can do the slow crawl from anywhere because it's a couch crawl. So all it takes is a purchase and you get a stamp. We have 35 shops. Most of them have some great online stores. A few of them don't. So you've got to work with them a little bit more and be a little more gracious because, you know, they're trying. Everybody's trying to take their store online, but, you know, not all of us have those skills at hand. So we're trying. We're trying to get everybody there. But hey, what a fabulous idea, right? The couch crawl. So you can just go ahead and shop online, get your stamps, still be entered in the regional drawings. You still get to see fabulous things from the Pacific Northwest, and it's just a lot of fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. I am really looking forward to it. Let's see, what else do I need to tell you about? There should be a newsletter going out very soon. I'm out here with you right now. I'm going to do my tatting demonstration, and then I'll be back to work to get the newsletter out. It's very close. It's almost ready. Tina, I think, is flying back to Arizona today, and then maybe she'll join us next week to do another Facebook Live. And Charlie, honey, you're gonna have to get off my lap so that I can do my tatting demonstration. I can't tat with a kitty in my lap. No, not and pay attention. He's like, I don't want to get off your lap. I don't want to get off your lap, says my big fat orange cat. All right, so let me go ahead and set Char down. There we go, buddy. And I will change the angle on the camera and set up here. So if you were wanting to tat along, hopefully you have a shuttle and some size 10 thread. There we go. And there's my lovely deck. See isn't that nice? It's beautiful today. It's so nice out today. All right, let me turn my camera down. Okay, that's my laptop. Let me move that too. Move my laptop, and I can see I need to turn my table because I've got a shadow. So there we go. That looks a little bit better. All right, and that handy dandy. Once I was a burp cloth, but now I'm just Kelly's, I guess, demo cloth. Demo cloth is probably the right word. All right, so I am actually going to show you all how to tat with this, which is a Tatting. It's a very large plastic shuttle. We do occasionally have these in the shop. If it's something that you are interested in, we can definitely get them in. I just happen to have one, and this is a huge, look at how big this is. This is a big tatting shuttle in my hand. This is not the size that most tatting shuttles are. Most of our tatting shuttles are a much more manageable size. There is one of the Dreamlets. Here's a little clover that I decorated there. So you can see very, very different sizing there on the Tatting. But this is a nice one for demonstrating because it's a great big shuttle. I will show you though how to tat with my smaller shuttles as well. So the first thing that we need to do is get out our thread. And in this case, I'm again using something a little bit bigger. So I'm not going to be using my size 10 thread. I'm actually going to be showing you with, with some of this cord because again, I just needed something a little bit bigger so you could see it, especially on the video. So the first thing that you need to learn is how to thread your shuttle. So I always teach my students to take their shuttle, and usually I teach with one of the shuttles with a pick. But I tell them to orient their shuttle so that it's top up. And so this is my top because here we can see it reads Tatting. So I've decided this is my top, this is my front. So I'm going to go ahead and I need to put my little string through, or in this case my cord. And I'm just going to hold it in place. And what we want to do is we are going to wind it in a counterclockwise motion so that it will come off in a clockwise motion. And there's a reason that I do this, and it has to do with how the thread sits on your hand as you are tatting. Because when you go to tat and you are holding your shuttle, ooh, that's a big shuttle, your thread will be up over the top of your hand like this. So if you have wound your shuttle so that it will come off in a clockwise direction, then it is easier to tat because you have given yourself a leg up in the placement of your item. Okay, so there I've got some thread, or in this case some cord that's wound up. So I'm just going to go ahead, and I've undone my tail. This could be dangerous, but I have a feeling I'm going to need more of this. Okay. So I don't have a lot on here. I just have a little bit on here because this is just demonstration purposes. So now we've wound on, and when we look at this, our thread will come off in a clockwise motion. So we wound it counter, and it will come off in a clockwise motion. Okay, now the next part is you're going to pinch between your thumb and your finger the working thread. So in this case, we're pretending I have a ball. That's my ball of thread over here. There's my ball. Only it's a pile of cord. Okay, so you're gonna pinch between that thumb and that finger, right? Let me give myself a little extra. And then you're going to take that thread and wrap it up and pinch again. So that's the key right there. This is the pinch between your thumb and your first finger. And then you're going to spread the rest of your fingers out on that hand, just like this. Alrighty. And then I gave myself a tiny bit too much thread. There we go. So now here's our ring. This is what we call the ring. This is the shuttle, this is the ring. We have a ball over to the side, which is our pile of cord. And now we are going to make our first half stitch. So I'm just gonna walk you through the first half, the second half, and a picot, and then how to close your ring. So we're just doing a really basic ring here. This is the beginning of most tatting. It's a great place to start knowing how to make a ring. Okay, so the first half, you wrap your thread up over the top of your hand and you position your shuttle under your fingers. And this is a huge shuttle, remember. Usually I would be holding it right here, but I'm gonna hold it like this. And then we're going to go under and over and back through the loop that was on my fingers. And now this is where the magic has to happen. So right now you can see that I have the loop right here coming off of my shuttle. But I need my loop to be coming off of my ring in my hand. So what I have to do is I have to relax the thread on the ring, which I've already done, and pull the thread on the shuttle. And what that does is it transfers this loop. So I'm going to do that again and show you. So I'm going to tighten this and pop it back over. So there's that loop off of my shuttle. So if this is tight, I can't get this to pop. It will not flip. There is no flipping when this is tight. So you have to relax your hand. So relax your hand, pull your shuttle thread, and there was our happy little flip. And then all I do is I spread my fingers out and I use that motion to pull the first half of my stitch down into position. Now I'm going to do the back half. This one's very simple. So we're going to dangle our thread in front of the ring. And then we are going to take our shuttle and go over and under and back through the loop. And again, we have the loop coming off of the shuttle, but we don't want that loop to be coming off of the shuttle. So what we have to do is we have to loosen the tension on our ring, tighten the tension on the shuttle, and then we got a beautiful, beautiful flip. And then I just use my fingers to pull that ring outwards and make sure that I keep holding that shuttle thread. There's our first stitch. Yay, look at our happy stitch. So let's try that again. Here's our first half again. I'm going to take that over the top of your fingers. You're going to go under and over the ring. Hopefully you can see that. Back through the loop on your hand. There we go. And now we've made our little loop. And again, remember, we have to loosen the tension here, tighten the tension there. So all I did was pull that shuttle thread tight and then gently move it into place. So there's the front half of our next stitch. So then we're going to do the second half or the back half. Just dangle this one in front. Going to go over and under and back through that loop. And again, we have our thread, we have our loop coming off of the shuttle. We don't want it on the shuttle. We want it on the ring. So to do that, you loosen the tension on your ring, tighten the tension all the way up on that shuttle. That will force the thread to flip, and then you pull it down into position. So there we go, 2 stitches. Yay, we've made 2 stitches. Okay, so unwind a little thread, and now we're going to do a picot. So a picot is a space between 2 stitches, and it is made with this piece of thread in your ring. That's all it is. It's a space between 2 stitches. It's if you didn't get your 2 stitches tightly together, it makes a picot, which is just a loop made from the ring thread. So all we're going to do is go ahead and set that hand, and we're going to do the first half and go under and over and back through that loop. And then remember, we relax the tension on the ring, pull on the shuttle, keep that shuttle tight. And now I don't want to pull this all the way down. I want to leave a space to make that picot. So I'm going to move the stitches in my hand and move the first half that's forming my picot under my thumb and finger and hold that tight. And now we're going to do the back half. Dangle that in front, We went over and under and back through this loop. Okay. And again, remember, all we're going to do is just loosen the tension here, tighten the tension on that shuttle thread, and then gently pull into place. All right, so now we've made our stitch. So stitch 1, stitch 2, stitch 3, slide them together, and there's our picot. There we go. That's our happy picot. And that's not too hard, is it? So you can practice with a Tatsy shuttle and some large cord. And once you're comfortable with that, then you can try something like a size 10 crochet cotton or a size 10 Lisbeth. And then I have a couple of different types of shuttles here. So this is what we call a post shuttle because it has a post in the middle. So is this one, but this one has what we call a pick on the end because the picks help to pick out a mistake in your work. They also help when you're joining, but we'll have to do joining another day. So let's say that I want to go ahead and make a stitch. So let's go back to making a ring. We already have this wound, so remember we wind it counterclockwise so it comes off clockwise. To make your ring, you pinch the tail between your thumb and your finger, and you wrap that thread around. So there we go. Gonna hold it tight. And then you wrap the thread over the top of your fingers or your hand. You go under, over, and back through the loop. And then again, remember, we want to flip this, so we relax the tension, tighten the tension, and there's the first half of our stitch. So that's what it looks like. Here's the second half. Dangle in front, over and under, and back through the loop. And remember, we want to flip this stitch right here from the shuttle to the ring. So relax your ring, pull your shuttle, hold that shuttle taut, pull it down into place. And there's our teeny tiny little stitch. I hope you can see that. See our lovely teeny little stitch? This is something a little bit thinner than a 20. It's closer to like a 30. There it is fast. Just like that. And the way that I'm tatting under the camera is slightly different than how I tat in person. Okay, so now we talked about, there's our post with a pick. And then this one is kind of like a post and kind of not. So this is a Dreamlit, and look, it comes apart. I love these things, they're so much fun. They actually have bobbins that you can wind, or you could just wind onto the post if you wanted to, but I like winding the bobbins. I don't know, there's something very soothing about it. And they do actually come with a little bobbin winder as well. It's just a little piece that fits into this that holds it so you can wind around it and it's easier. But these combine some of the things that I like, which is I like having a post. I like the bobbin because I can take this off and I can change threads really easily. And then they just snap together. But I also like having the hook. I really prefer a pick, but the hook's not bad. So I do really like these shuttles. That's the Dreamlit, this one is a Clover, and that one's the Tatsy, so you can see the difference as they're sitting there. And I just love shuttles, so I end up with lots of different shuttles just because I like them. I mean, I'm a bit of a collector, what can I say? So anyway, that right there is how to tat, just a really basic primer. So I'm going to go ahead and just put a couple more stitches in this, and then I want to show you how to close your ring. And then I will chit-chat a little more, and then I'll be back again next Monday. All right, so there we go. I've made a few stitches. So now let's say that I want to close my ring. So what I'm going to do is hold my first stitch and my last stitch together under my thumb and pinch them tightly. And then I am going to pull on my shuttle thread. Now, if you have been tatting correctly and all of your stitches have flipped correctly, when you pull on this, this ring will get smaller. And this core thread is what is going to close and close your ring. So when you are tatting, you are making lark's head knots on a core thread. That's all you're doing. So all you need to do is just hold them together and pull this, and you're going to pull it all the way down, all the way down, all the way down until it's as tight as you can get it. And there you go. There's our lovely little tatted ring with our picot in it. All right. So sometime next week, I will show you how to do a couple of rings and a join maybe. And then, I don't know, then we could flip our work over, do a reverse work, and we could try making a chain. Doesn't that sound like fun? I know, you're just all excited about tatting, aren't you? I'm trying to make you excited. We carry lots of tatting supplies because I really like to tat. Beads are really fun in tatting too. All right, set that to the side. Let me just turn this. You're gonna get a lovely view of my garden, my poor waterlogged garden. We got a ton of rain last night and I have puddles in my poor garden again. Okay, there we go. All right, and I'm back. Hey. So, was that fun? Did you enjoy that? Maybe? What do you think? Would you like to have another lesson in tatting? I'm willing to give it. Let's say next Wednesday we will advance in our tatting and I will show you how to join and I'll show you how to do the chain. And that will get you through a lot of basic tatting patterns. There's some things that you won't be able to do, but if you can do a ring, a chain, make the front half and the back half, make a picot and make a join, that's a lot of what tatting is. There's advanced things that you can learn, but as long as you've got the basics down, you can make a lot of patterns that way. A lot of patterns. And Monday, let's look at like my Estonian lace books. I think that could be really fun. I have several. I'll tell you which ones we have in stock. In fact, I'll start with those, and I'll try to get a picture of the the book that I want to pre-order. It looks really awesome, and I think everybody else would like it. So, you know, I'd like to get some in for you. And hey, Luana, you are welcome. And yes, we'll do another tatting lesson on Wednesday. So Monday I'll do some more. I'll do the Estonian books, and then Wednesday we'll do some more tatting, and that way we have a little bit of a plan. And then, I don't know, we'll figure out Friday later. But at least we'll have an idea for Monday and Wednesday, right? Oh, and happy early Mother's Day. That's Sunday. So I did finally remember to call the little local florist in my hometown of North Manchester. And I ordered flowers for my mom and for my sister-in-law, so I did remember that. My fabric hasn't arrived for Mother's Day, but I got something else too. I got ducks. I bought duckies. Ina has been just crazy over the Canada geese out on our pond. Gaga, gaga, gaga. And Auntie Shannon, I mentioned you. I hope you watch this video. She has geese, and she's been sending us little videos of the geese, and Ina just goes crazy for them. And then I've had ducks in the past, but I've had really bad luck with the ducks because everything likes to eat the ducks. It's awful. Everything likes to eat the ducks. So this year we decided to build ducky prison, and we're going with a little metal building, just a little metal building specifically for the ducks. It shall be the ducky house, a ducky castle, hopefully predator proof as I can possibly make it. And my ducks came in, so I went and got them this morning, and it was really exciting. And yeah, I have duckies again. It's very happy. I love to watch the ducks. I know I'm a silly person, but I do just love to watch the ducks. So anyway, don't forget that we do have that free shipping going on right now. We have some restocks. We put in some new stuff from Kariki Press. We've got samplers. We've got pendant kits. If you want to dabble with the embroidery. I have done almost no crafting. I've done more today in this video where I showed you how to tat than I've been able to do for the last 2 days. Ina is teething and she's very upset, and so we just keep trying to do things to distract her and help her because poor thing. She has her bottom 2 teeth. She has the top, what's that, top right partially down, and then the top left still is not down yet, and she is just in so much pain. So she's not sleeping well, and she's fussy, and she's mad, and So there's not a lot of crafting going on for me. There's lots of cuddling. I'm reading her lots of books. We really like books. And in fact, I think it's time that I start breaking out some of my, I have some like children's books that are fiber related. So like one about an Angora rabbit, and there's a couple about sheep. So I think it's time to start breaking those out. I think she'll really enjoy them. But anyway, if there's something that you want me to demonstrate that I haven't talked about yet, go ahead and put a comment on this post or send us an email. I'm happy to demonstrate anything. You just have to let me know. I could spin one day. I could show you the basics of spinning. I do have 2 wheels that I haven't had out for a while. And I do have a lovely deck, so as long as it's sunny, I can definitely show you how to spin on the deck. Anyway, until next week, when I see you again, watch for that newsletter. It should be in your inbox sometime later this afternoon, hopefully. And I have a new recipe in there for something called naan kathai, which is a cookie. It's a cookie that my husband requested that he remembered from India, so I made it for him a few months ago and he really liked it. I need to make another batch because they are very tasty. They're different, but they're very tasty. And in the future, I'm going to keep doing a recipe every time I send out a newsletter. I think it's fun, and if you don't want to make it, you don't have to. That's the beauty of the newsletter, right? But I hope that you're all reading that newsletter. I do try to put some interesting things in every time I send it out. And we do try to bring in new stuff, and we try to show you things. And I am trying to make sure that I demonstrate what you want to see. So if there's there's something specific that you want to see, let me know, and I will do my best to make that happen. So Monday we're going to talk Estonian lace, and I'm going to show you my fun books. And Wednesday we're going to do more tatting, and we'll do the next, what I call like the next step in tatting. So we'll learn how to join, and we'll learn how to make chains. Yay! And then Friday, I don't know, we'll figure something out for Friday. So anyway, until next time, I'll see you later. Stay safe, wear your masks, or stay home if you can, or just be safe when you're out and about. Wash your hands, use that hand sanitizer. I want you all to stay safe and healthy, and I want to keep seeing your crafting. Oh yeah, don't forget to tag what you're working on with Black Sheep Craft Time so I can go check out all the things that you're making. And remember, it doesn't have to be just knitting or crochet or tatting. You can, I'd like to see your sewing and your embroidery and everything else. Just show me everything. I want to see your crafts. I get inspired by cross stitch, even though I don't cross stitch anymore, but I still like to look at it. And I think I want to like dabble in Mediterranean knotted lace again. So I've kind of been stalking some Pinterest pages and some Instagram feeds that I know that often put up pretty pictures of lace. And if you haven't followed the International Organization of Lace Inc. on Facebook, they put up some really fabulous posts about lace. It's a lot of fun to look at it even if you aren't a member. So anyway, until next week, stay safe, keep crafting, and don't forget we have the 10% off with Black Sheep Craft Time and free shipping, and Slow Crawl is coming up, and it's free patterns with every shop purchase, and it's so much fun. It's so much fun. So I'll see you next time, Monday. Lots of Estonian talk. Yay.